Alright guys, how's it going? So Fitz back here, so it's gonna be the ace match between uPro and 7x in this, it's gonna be the last match of the whole match actually. It doesn't really come down to this match, but for whoever wins, but still, nonetheless, it's gonna be a very exciting match, I hope. So, spawning here in the top right on Fighting Spirit, it'll be uPro's Ducleij as the white Zerg here, and his ally will be spawning in the bottom left as the red Protoss phippso. So we have a Protoss Zerg. Ooh, we have a blue. Light's gonna be playing Zerg this game. So 7x's Light is gonna be playing. Did I say playing blue? Playing Zerg, excuse me. And this could be fun. And his ally will be the purple Terran as 7x JustIce. Not surprisingly, JustIce has been playing Terran throughout this entire series. I don't think why you would want to change now. Now again, like I was saying earlier by the end of the last cast, you know, getting the second Zerg is definitely gonna help, and I think they've realized that that's not gonna help out too much. I think it's a little late, and I think in general, I think they're just talking about their strategy of last game. I think just generally speaking though, that it's a little bit too late to tech switch, I feel like, because I mean, I have to assume that these games play right after each other. I mean, I don't understand why you'd play one game and then change. I mean, maybe they practiced, maybe they didn't, but I don't think they've gone to the trouble. I mean, again, this isn't like a pro scene or anything. It's not like it's worth money or cash prizes, but I cannot fathom they've practiced this. I mean, maybe he just knows generically how to play TP2 with Zerg, but I mean, maybe he's seen a lot of casts, maybe he does what I do and just watch a whole bunch of replays over 6 months and just learns how the matchup works, but still very still. Okay, so what do we see here? We see a forge gate coming up. Now it's actually a bit more, it's a little more interesting, because what this is probably going to lead to is probably phippso going to be cannoning in his ally here. Not in like a bad way, but putting like 2 or 3 cannons here just to stop any kind of pressure. Sometimes how this matchup expands, but we shall see. And it looks like it's going to be layer before pool. I mean, no, sorry, layer before speed. I apologize. Alright, so JustIce is going to be playing bio this game. You can go either or. I mean, personally, I prefer bio. Definitely harder to control in that, you know, in just general, but still, what it leads to is it's just so DPS. It's just so much DPS. It's so mobile, and quite honestly, you know, in a matchup like this, you definitely want to help out your allies as much as possible. So having a mobile army, I mean, sure, maybe not as fast as like vultures, but vultures really aren't that powerful. Marine medic firebat, are you kidding, man? Like, maybe not because like 3-3 battle cruisers or 3-3, you know, carriers, but still, I mean, they do a crap ton of DPS early game. You pretty much melt zealots once you get up like a dozen marine stim medics. I mean, it's like unstoppable. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about. The cannons going up. About 3 of them. Maybe even a 4th one if he feels like he needs to. But Light has found, I don't know why Light's doing it. He's doing the identical build that Ducleij did last game. Ducleij went that 3 hatches, but he's going mass link style. There's really no other explanation for 3 hatcheries. He's still getting gas though, which I don't know why. Something's speaking over here. Oh, whoa, hold on, whoa, hold on! They're gonna go for a bust here. He's not pulling probes. phippso is not doing it. Use probes. He may just die. Alright, Ken's up though. Okay. Phew! That could have been bad. I was gonna say that's gonna do a lot more damage than I thought it was. They are GG. They are GG. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, they pressured. I mean, he pulled a couple. I mean, it's like, that's like not all in my opinion. When I I don't know how when on the iPhone wants to be autocorrected to E-when, but I fixed it. You guys know the movie Ted? I don't know. My friend wants me to go see it with them, so I don't. Ted, man, I don't know. I don't know what Ted is. All right, but Ted the movie at least. It's 2012 movie probably. It's June 8th, or July 8th, so I have to assume it's going to be something really. So he's getting air missile upgrades for Ducleij, so he's definitely committing to meatless. But what else can you really go in? Did I see Hydra? I swear to God, I thought I saw Hydra. No, there we go. We got Hydra. Yeah, no, this is bizarre though, because actually I have in-game knowledge that Hydra actually are not the worst things against meatless. I mean, granted, yes, they're slow and they're really, but if these meatless run into those Hydra, they do so much damage. It takes about 12 shots for them to probably kill a Hydra off, but they shoot up pretty damn fast. Especially when there's like 6 of them firing at you, they do it really fast. Look at that. And they have a good amount of HP. I mean, it takes a little while for meatless to actually kill them off. Ow. But it doesn't really matter. Light has taken severe economic damage. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the matchup if they die really quickly, but if they're just able to go in there and kill off all the drones, then not bad. I don't know exactly how many drones were killed. I wasn't really paying attention. But I was trying to share my in-game knowledge right here, so I want to see what phippso is doing. What's he bringing down? He's bringing down a couple zealots. So Ducleij and phippso are going to be trying to break down light, and I think it may work. Hydra don't tend to really good against Protoss in general. Hydras, yes. Zealots, no. I mean, Hydra are good against Dragoons, but not Zealots. And it looks like he just targets fires the drones. He should be able to win this. And alright, Bio's coming. That may change it, but again, a little late to the party, ladies and gentlemen. It tends to be how Fighting Spirit works in cross positions. These drones looks like they will make their way over here, and it looks like so at least Protoss will die. The Milo should be able to just go back home. You can like target fire hatchery if you'd like to or not. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. You try target fire on spawning boost, but the best thing you can do that. Well, looks like he's just gonna go back around. We're up to. Alright, so maybe a dropship, or just science. Okay, he's getting science. No upgrades though. You know, probably because he's up at 1 base. I believe we're gonna have an expansion coming up for Ducleij. Ducleij is going to expand 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, got it. Hey, I may have paused for too long there, but we have a shuttle coming with a Reaver. Oh man, this is gonna be epic. We have Muta Harass with River Harass. How's it gonna go down? Reavers do so good against Marines. But there's at least a nice spread out, but so it kills them outright. All these SCVs have nowhere to go, but they're escaping. Well, I think JustIce and Light just lost. I've never really seen Reaver drop play, as pretty much because you really have nothing to defend with, but I mean, he has a Reaver and Zealot to defend. Well, I don't think he's gotten a lucky hit yet. I don't think he's gotten the baller hit. He has 8 kills, but that's probably like 5. That's probably at least 3 SCVs maybe in that mix. Well, they just kind of leave. Alright, well, that was not the most dramatic game ever, but generally speaking, I don't really care, but that's okay. Alright. I'm digging that. Alright. So, we saw some unique play right there. So, that does mean, though, that uPro's won all four games. Again, I do apologize. If you guys are just, like, wondering, like, why I say 4-0, that is because 7x Justice, or it might have said uPro Justice in the overlay, but it's actually 7x Justice versus Smile. I swapped those teams around by accident. I apologize. I know I'm really stupid, but doesn't matter. I fixed it. I'm not gonna recast the games because they're already casted. I just change up the name, so swap them every time. And generally speaking, that's why I should have a co-caster so they can help you out. But because I'm a lone wolf, and I don't have anyone to co-cast with me today, that's pretty much the whole reason why. But I still want to talk about stuff. That game, all right. And like I was saying though, like when you don't play Zerg, I wouldn't tech switch into something. I wouldn't change your race. I would still go with what you know what to do with. I don't like what they did. He had like he definitely had the right opening. He definitely probably looked back at that replay and be like, huh, what did he do? But the problem though is he may not have the knowledge to back it up. That hatchery is not going to help you really that much. You know, for gas, yeah, you get that base for extra gas when you're Zerg. For Meatless. The thing is, we saw Ducleij not do that strategy for 2 reasons. One, you don't do the same strategy every game. You just don't do it. Because you can get hard countered. Number 2, that build that did game 2, that was very specific to that game. If there's a Protoss Terran against a Zerg Protoss, Zerg can expand without really much of any problem. Unless they're going some different build order. You don't normally, the standard build, you get like a lot of lings out, you get map control, they can't counter you because they don't have enough tech to go shuttle you, drop you, it's just too early in the game. So they pretty much get a free expand when you go that unit composition, or the team composition, excuse me, of Terran and Protoss. That's why with that game, he was able to get with that. But I've already talked about that. I've already talked about that for like 5 minutes after the game, so feel free to go reference that. But, still, I want to talk about this game. So that game, that kind of drawn back. Terran didn't do anything really wrong. I mean, they pressured. Maybe you put them back a little bit. You know, generically speaking, that normally what happens when a failed push happens. But I mean, it wasn't game changing. I mean, yes, they were slightly behind. Zerg didn't really go the unit composition that would probably really help them, which would have been Mutalisk, so the Mutalisk don't come in there and wreck his opponent. Reaver Harass would already by itself be a big nuisance for Terran to deal with as itself because he's going bio. And if, naturally speaking, you know, the bio units clump up, so, you know, thus splash damage. It's actually much worse in StarCraft 2. Funny story real quick, I'll reference this. They have a mod, you've probably heard, if you've seen a lot of my casts, I've referenced the StarCraft 2 Brood War. You know, for all your Brood War fanatics out there, if you do get StarCraft 2, there is actually a custom game that people actually just made Brood War into it. It's not balanced because of the UI. The UI of this game actually makes it balanced. The thing is, though, you don't really know. Sometimes in Brood War, the spacing difference, they don't tend to clump up as much, and that's because you know, you may have a Marine like this big, right? Actually, let's get an actual thing here. So the Marine's like the sprite of the Marine's this big, right? But you actually can't go like you can only go this close to it. Like you know what I'm saying, like how like something will not go right next to it. StarCraft 2, that doesn't happen. The sprite or the model of that unit, they can stick onto each other really well. So what happens is in StarCraft 2 Brood War, if there's a Reaver, like Reaver is ridiculously overpowered because what it does is, number one, the Scarab AI is not dumb, it's stupid. But second of all, when you go bio is really powerful in StarCraft 2 Brood War because you can just stim and you can clump them all up and they're really powerful. But anyway, it just wrecks everything. It's really cool. But anyway, so not only that, you know, the Reaver harass, going back to the actual game now, that harassment factor is so powerful. You know, you have to deal with the Mutalisk, now you have to deal with the Reaver. How do you deal with that? You just got to bring all your SCVs away. You're completely losing all your mining time. And, you know, more specifically, the Reaver is already the hard counter. You don't even have that much stuff in your main base anyway. So, I mean, that's what happens when you allow a Zerg to... That's why you don't do that. And here, what we just saw in actual game 1... It just, I mean, that Reaver got in the base because of air control. If that air control is like, you know, at equilibrium with both shuttles, that probably would have snapped off, or it just wouldn't have been tech to, because, you know, it's like, well, we have air control, so I can just put a shuttle down. And a lot of stuff really relied on to what not JustIce. I'm sorry. What light was going, and I mean the Zerg, I mean, pretty much what dictates how the game's going. I mean. Normally, I mean, Mutalisks are normally out there, but if you see that those Mutalisks aren't there, you can get away with a lot more stuff, like a Reaver drop. Which, I mean, didn't get the big SCV Scarab kill, but still, I mean, nonetheless, really, really powerful play. So, I'd recommend working on your Zerg play. I like how I mean, I still think they should have tech switched. I don't think they should have race changed. But they did it anyway, and they tried. They had kind of had a good opening, but not really. Again, I'd practice. I'd watch a lot of VODs. I'd watch as much Zerg stuff as you can to really get good at your 2v2, or just change up your 2v2 lineup for next season. You're gonna be down in Division B1, so definitely take the time to practice up that what you're on your off race during that season. It gives you more games to do it. I believe minimum it gives you 18 2v2s. If you're in every single 2v2 for the regular season, you're good. And that's minimum. I mean, if you went to best of 3, that's now 27 games where you could be Zerg. And that's just Clan League by itself. And that's over a 9-week period, too. But, then just go on the 2v2 ladder. There's games out there in iCup. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about today. Probably back a little later. I need to figure out if I'm going to my friend's house now, because I'm going to go see a movie called Troy, I think? No, Troy. Ted. So guys, thanks for watching again. I'll try to organize the forum post pretty soon. And guys, thanks for watching again. Peace, guys, and have a great day. Fitz signing out.